Not only did I just find out that the CEO of the network that controls 40% of my money is a convicted felon, but now I'm watching them conduct themselves totally unprofessionally, and I want out of my contract. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's ReallyRick, and unless you've been living under a rock lately, you have heard of the story of YouTube's #1 most subscribed and most watched person, Ray William Johnson, and his drama, for lack of a better word, with his former network, Maker Studios. Now, I happen to be a member of Maker Studios. I take that back. I'm with RPM Networks. See, I thought I was applying for Maker Studios, and no, I got shoved to RPM Networks, but let's digress. Now, Ray William Johnson left Maker Studios 2 months ago, and there was really no explanation given, and we didn't really need one. Well, 2 or 3 days ago, Ray finally released a statement and wrote an article and explained why he left. And with documentation and photos, we saw just the incredible strong-arm tactics of Maker Studios to try to get more money from Ray, to try to claim that they were entitled to the intellectual rights of his property, and basically kind of threatening him. Well, once he left, they took away his record deal and stopped production on his songs, and have basically held his income ransom, his AdSense money ransom, for 2 months now. Again, as someone who gets a paycheck from RPM, or who, let me take that back, as someone who loses 40% to Maker Studios, this whole episode affects us all negatively. Not only are we now made aware that the CEO of our company, Danny Diamond, or Danny Zappin as I know him, is a convicted felon for drug abuse, drug selling, drug whatever. If this had been made public or had been known when I applied, I never would have applied. I do not want to be working for a convicted felon, regardless of what the charges are. Also, since Ray released his article, Danny Diamond has acted in a most unprofessional way, sending almost threatening text messages to Ray William Johnson, calling him terrible names in Facebook threads. Other members of the upper management or founding crew of Maker Studios, like Kasim G, has said some pretty derogatory remarks to a former employee, or former boss maybe, SXE Philip DeFranco. I want Maker Studios and all of its partners to understand that this affects us all. It's not just between two people. This hurts us all. This makes us all look bad. People are already have a negative impression of Maker Studios, and this only makes it worse. I think what Maker Studios needs to do to rehabilitate its image is allow us partners who were not made aware of the fact that our CEO is a convicted felon and are very disappointed at the unprofessional actions over the past several days, should be given the option to be released from our contracts early. Make it a 48-hour period, make us decide in the next 12 hours. Send out one email and say, reply to this email, and if you want to leave, you can get out of it. It's because I don't want to be associated with a company where my boss is a convicted felon, and it's like Chick-fil-A. I mean, but with Chick-fil-A, you can leave, you can quit your job and go somewhere else. But no, they made us sign a 1-year contract saying, regardless of whatever happens, you're going to stay with us. So regardless of, if our company went bankrupt or whatever, that's not how business should work. So I'm telling you now. And and the best part, when I tried to contact support and ask for the emails of Danny Zappin, the company emails of Lisa Nova, so I could contact them and send them a letter requesting a formal release of my contract, I was told that I was not allowed to have that information. I am not able to contact by email the people who control my income. So, if you're thinking of joining with a network, please do your research. Please think about it really hard. If you really need the help, you know, and if this is the way that they're going to treat the #1 star on YouTube, what are they going to do for me? They've done nothing for me. They're not promoting me. They're not giving me access to production studios, and they've done nothing but take 40% of my income. So I want out, and I believe others should be allowed to get out as well, given how horrible you people have acted. That's it. Just let me out.